there's the age-old saying that engineering, construction, or the industry of the built environment are digital laggards, and that, there's the famous McKinsey report from 2015, 2016 that talks about the immaturity of the sector. But I think we're in a different place in time now. And I think that actually there's a ripe and opportune time in terms of the scale and adoption of some of these digital tools to enhance productivity. So number one, what am I seeing? I'm seeing digital tools being used to reduce rework. So we're seeing low-code, no-code tools and services being able to be used and be leveraged on the front line for use cases such as site induction, training matrices, onboarding of employees. What I'm also seeing as well is then the Power Platform and low-code, no-code capability driving interoperability between systems. Why? Because you're able to build your own custom applications at the periphery of project delivery. You're able to do so on a common data model. And that common data model, you're then able to integrate into other existing enterprise grade software through a data platform, or you're actually able to build out your own custom connectors and APIs into other third-party tools and systems and applications. These are businesses focused on delivering projects, and often in margin scarce environments, and so cost is a primary driver for any decision in the world of AEC. And so by leveraging some of these integration capabilities like SmartLink, you're able to reduce your technical debt because you're not relying on constantly buying off-the-shelf solutions for distinct parts of that project delivery lifecycle. What you can do by driving integration is consolidate your application estate that can hopefully help you reduce that cost and provide better outcomes in the long term. And I think what's important around capabilities like SmartLink is by building it on common platforms and platforms that are built for enterprise grade and enterprise ready scale, we're able to apply all the security parameters that exist within a partner like Microsoft, right? You're able to apply all the role-based access controls. You're able to apply all the threat intelligence that exists within the products and tooling. And having a partner like Delaware able to deliver and support that journey is important. Yeah, I think one of the misconceptions about data is that, firstly, it's a massive buzzword. You think about the generative AI discussion that's a hot topic of the moment, but one thing that I always discuss with my customers is, what do you want your data for? And you alluded to a really important point in your question where you talked about different viewpoints of the data. And that's really important to clarify. So when you are embarking on a data discussion or trying to leverage data as a strategic asset for your organization, you need to understand who are the persona types and what viewpoint and what information, what outcome, what problem am I trying to solve with the data? Am I trying to understand proliferation of health and safety incidents on a particular site? Am I trying to project or predict project performance of some sort, project profitability from a cost management perspective? Am I trying to discern supplier performance or subcontractor performance in the case of a project delivery? And once you distill down to the problem in which you're trying to solve, that's when you can begin to build out, okay, what are the data sources that are necessary to provide me with that viewpoint? And it's around really working and focusing on that problem, distilling it down to a use case, and then going on that journey in terms of what operational data or what project-related data that I need to serve the outcome at heart. So it's not just a challenge of the data, it's also a challenge of the people and processes that you need in order to go on that journey. And again, that's where an organization and partner like Delaware can really support with that change aspect. Well, understand where those problems lie, right? And really discern and understand, where do you want to make and generate value, right? One of the biggest challenges to scaling data projects or scaling any IoT project is a lack of clear articulation of the business case. And so really upfront identifying up front what the problem is, identifying what those use cases are, and early engagement in organizations like yourselves is key, because one of the challenges that I see also in the AEC built environment space is a lack of resource availability, and then an inability then to deliver on time to the business. There's incredible demand coming for basic project reporting, BI reporting, all the way through to digital twin and simulation demands. However, there is a constraint of IT departments, and so engaging and identifying a trusted partner such as Adewale is key in ensuring that our customers realize that journey. Couple of big things. Firstly, what we've seen is customers who are able to augment or leverage data early, particularly within the bid process, are actually winning more work because they're doing so by incorporating and leveraging more intelligent-driven decision-making at the bid phase. Secondly, we are seeing productivity gains and improvement in the frontline worker by closing the digital feedback loop, number one, by capturing digital capture versus physical paper-based processes, but also as well by reducing rework on site, right? By having a greater purview of the actions and operations that are occurring on site. And then finally, it's the part that really excites me is then being able to, once you've been able to understand what data you have and been able to derive some form of benefit, it's then looking at ideas around potentially reusing that data to, again, build new tools that can help you in your design process, or that you could potentially package up and resell and market to your peers and collaborators in the sector. And that's really what excites me. So really looking forward to working with yourself and the Delaware team moving forward, but also as well, just from an industry standpoint with what we can do with data. And also, there are organizations out there who are exploring open data and open sharing practices for use cases like health and safety scenarios. So that's really what excites me and what I'm looking forward to in the future.